Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Plain Ambition. That's what this is all about. Tom trying to get his pilot's license, doing the things it takes, building my airplane, and looking for a conventional airplane eventually. It's been quite a struggle. If you guys have been following along, feel free to go back to the other videos, take a look around what's been going on. We've been trying to get my medical clearance through the FAA, being diabetic, overweight, blah, blah, blah. They all think that's a problem. I understand it. Been crossing our T's and dotting our I's and all that good stuff. And, well, walked out to the mailbox today. In the mailbox is a letter from the FAA. This letter right here. In that letter is going to be either a denial, telling me that with my diabetes, so sad, too bad, you don't get to be a pilot, which would be a problem because I have this ambition to get in a plane and fly. It could tell me I got more paperwork to do, which isn't surprising. Or this could be the letter we've been waiting for to allow us to move forward and do the things that we've been wanting to do. The whole reason for this channel, the whole thing you guys have been watching me for, is to allow me to start some studies and start becoming a pilot. That's my hopes, it's my dreams. The answer to those are right here. Went to the mailbox and found it, hoping for the best. I really hope it's the good answer. I don't know. I figure I'd turn this camera on and let you know what's there, and we'll open it together. But maybe we should just wait a little while. Let it stew, let it soak. Now, let's just dig into it and see what we got here. A little bit on the nervous side now. Been working hard for this, been trying to get it to go through, fill out all kinds of paperwork, listen to all kinds of stuff. Let's see what we've got here. Dear Mr. Anzac, I have reviewed the information submitted by you in support of your request for an airman medical certificate. That's what we need. The medical information reveals a history of diabetes mellitus. I don't even know what that word is. Pilot, not a doctor. That's what I'm trying to be. Requiring oral hypoglycemic medication. You are ineligible for medical certification under Title 14, Code of Federal Regulations, revised Part 67.113, Section A, 67.213, Section A, and 67.313, Section A. I don't like the way this letter's starting out. I think I'll keep reading. Maybe that's better news. I have determined, however, that you may be granted an authorization for special issuance of a third-class Airman Medical Certificate as provided for in Title 14 CFR Section 67401. This authorization shall be in effect until withdrawn by the agency and supersedes any previous grant of authorization. This authorization expires August 31st, 2028. That's what we needed. That's telling me I can go on. there's some requirements here. I have got to figure some things out. Let's see what it is. This letter right here, tell me what it is. You are required to have your regular FAA medical exam at the frequency prescribed under provisions Title 14 CFR Section 6123. I believe that's annually for me. Prior to the expiration of the enclosed medical certificate, it's in my hand. Keep reading. Please have your treating physician complete the attached diabetes mellitus worksheet. Unique to conditions, AMC can issue program criteria for hypertension. Your condition will be monitored by your AME prior to your August 2024 medical exam, and every 24 months thereafter. You should follow these steps. Consult your AME or the online criteria. Identify the reports and/or testing required. Using the worksheet as a reference, ask your healthcare provider for a current medical summary that addresses the items on the worksheet and include any required testing. Give the required documentation to your AME at time of or prior to your FAA medical examination. So they're going to keep a close eye on me, which is fine. Fine. And then they give you, okay, here's a big thing in highlights. You must promptly report any changes in your medical condition to the AMCD at the above section. You are cautioned to abide by Title 14 of the Code of Federal Regulations relating to physical deficiency, medication, and treatment. Because your diabetes and hypertension, operation of aircraft is prohibited at any time new symptoms or changes occur, or if you experience side effects or require a change in medication. So what they're saying is, hey, dummy, we're going to let you be a pilot, but if things start going bad, you better call us, you better let us know what's going on, because we don't want you up there being sick, and I don't want to be up there being sick. So, yes, you must present this to your AME at the time of each medical application, and then they give me paperwork, and there's like 6 pages of paperwork. I better make sure I get all this done correctly. We don't want any problems. The information provided acceptable. The AMC may issue your medical certificate. Defer to the region or AMD if, okay, blah, blah, blah. This is all doctor's forms. I'm looking for that little certificate. I want to see this. Oh, there it is. We got it. Look there. See that? That tells me that everything I've done up to now is worthwhile. The FAA is going to allow me to get my private pilot's license. And that's what I want. I understand having diabetes is probably not going to ever allow me to be a commercial pilot. I'm going to cross that bridge if and when I ever want to. At this point, I want my private. I want to get up in the air. I want to fly around. I want to do the things that excite me with my plane ambition. So, with that said, I must continue to watch what I eat. I must continue to take my medication. I must continue to be monitored and do testing with my blood, just like I have been before. They just want to see records that everybody's watching me, so that the ultimate goal is safety. I understand that. That's cool. So I've got that next step to do. I still need to lose weight. Old boy here is not coming along like he wanted to with his weight loss. We're getting there. We've got some success. Obviously, I anticipated more success than where I'm at, but I am what I am. Now comes the fun part. I can make a choice for my ground training. I've been talking for a while with a CFI, private, Nice young lady. Met her through the EAA. She's probably going to help me along from here on in. I've got to get a phone call into her now that I've got this certificate. That's the thing I didn't want to do, was waste her time, waste my time if I couldn't get my medical certificate. I got it. It's right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. I got it. Anyway, now comes ground training. Generally speaking, ground training, from what I understand, can be done at a school. A lot of them at schools are trying to get you to have your flight instructor with you in an airplane as you're doing your ground training. That is one way to get done. It may be easier to do it that way. In Tom's life right now, trying to pay for all of that at once becomes a little bit more expensive. You're paying a CFI to sit with you through ground training, which I may get better training that way faster. I don't know if I'd get any more information, but I would definitely be getting spoon-fed that. They would be putting me in an airplane a lot faster this way, which we already talked about. Tom needs to lose more weight before I can get in an airplane. So I've turned to doing some research with online ground schools. Now, there's a lot of stuff online. Just like with anything else, there's good, bad, there's ugly, there's indifferent, and then there's this little shining star that sits right there in the corner. It says, hey, look at me, check me out, I'm what you want. And I think I found them. I've done a lot of research with these guys. I looked up 4 or 5 schools across the board. Some of them just sounded too good to be true. They're promising you the world. They're going to get you done in 10, 15 days, which I don't see how that's going to happen. I got to log at least 30 hours on this ground training alone. That's part of this license. Then I got to take my written test, which is what this is all going toward. It's the written test. A lot of people say it's easier to do this as you fly. I have picked out a place called Part-Time Pilot. This guy really, really, really struck some chords with me as I researched. He was becoming a pilot just like I'm going to. Now that I got my medical cert, it's right there. Anyway, a little happy about that right now. This guy has a really nice approach to it. A lot of the stuff that a lot of these schools charge you for is available on the FAA website for free. So he's got his program aimed toward quality education online without having to spend money on all the extras. Let me show you what I'm talking about right here. I've taken the liberty because, again, this would not have cost me anything, and I probably would have wanted to see it anyways. But you see this big book right here? I've labeled it Pilot Training so I don't get it mixed up with all the other stuff in my life. Anyways, this book right here is filled with different aspects of pilot training that I've been able to download with their directions off of the FAA website. A lot of the schools charge you for this stuff. Part-Time Pilot tells you where to find it. Saved me a lot of money, a lot of time. Private Pilot Airlines Airman Certificate Standards. So all that FAA stuff they're talking about, it's right here. Downloaded for free, front and back, put into a binder. I can reference it at any time, all for free. Thank you, Part-Time Pilot. Appreciate that. Weight and Balance Handbook. Again, you could buy this. It's available for purchase, but I downloaded it right off the FAA website. Weight and Balance Handbook. Right there it is. Part of my booklet. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Another section, Risk Management Handbook. Boy, this thing's probably 300 pages long. I printed them in color. I went and bought special paper so that I could put it in this ring binder. My printer was on fire for a couple days here, but the information that I need to sit down and study, I didn't have to pay somebody for a book. It's all right here. Thank you. Appreciate this. Aeronautical Chart User's Guide. Another 300 pages here. of information that I need to become a pilot right here for free. Learning Center contents. A lot of different things they're going to ask you on the test. Right here, I found this on that website, printed it out, something I can review at any given time. Stuck me some paper in here for notes, so as I start learning, I need to write things down. I've got some in here. Non-towered airport flight operations, how you're supposed to and expected to deal with non-manned or non-tower control airports. All that's right here for free. FAA, beautiful. Didn't have to pay for it. Nobody's charging me. Part-time pilot directed me in there. Got it all wrapped up. Here's another one for alternative physical examination education requirements. Now that may come into play as I move along here. We'll see how that goes. This was kind of suggested to me by a couple people. It's a different type of medical certificate that I can apply for so that I don't lose my privileges if my conditions change. We'll go over that eventually, but for now, just know that it was free, downloaded it off the FAA website. A testing supplement, the charts, the pages, everything that's going to be used on my written test. I'm going to get a chance to look at those ahead of time. It's called the Airman Knowledge Testing Supplement for Sport Pilot, Recreation Pilot, Remote Pilot, and Private Pilot. Downloaded for free off the website. So when I do sit down and take this test, I will not be looking at charts and graphs and papers that I haven't seen before. I've got the opportunity to study that ahead of time. Brilliant. I'm so thankful they told me to download all this. Okay, that was all the stuff that I chose to download for free. There were a couple of books that you could download for free, but I also found them on eBay pretty inexpensive, so I went ahead and picked them up so I don't have a huge binder that I got to flip through all the time. I've actually got some books also. Let me reach up here and grab a couple of these. We'll go through them. Again, a lot of the stuff you didn't have to buy, but it was not expensive when I found it on eBay, so I went ahead and bought it. Airplane Flying Handbook. Good thing to have. I'm not an expert on this stuff, but I did it. Now here's that same thing I downloaded, the Airman Knowledge Testing Supplement, but I found it on eBay. I think it was $11 or something like that. I went ahead and bought it in hard book, so I've got a copy of it that way also. These are all soft covers, but anyways, I got it in book form just to make sure I've got it. Aviation Weather Handbook. Again, I found this on eBay, Amazon, one of the two. This stuff could have been downloaded, but I think this was $20. I'm not tore up on $20 for a handbook. And this stuff is probably going to help me, I'm assuming, throughout my experiences here, building this airplane, learning to fly an airplane, getting my license to fly these airplanes. Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge. Again, I think it's $25. I chose to have a hardcover copy of that. So, all my study guides are here. My choice is in. I don't know if I said it. We are going to use parttimepilot.com. I've already gotten some study guides from them, some suggestions of items that I'm going to need once I get moving through this, stuff I hadn't thought about, but they're already pushing me down the path of what's going on. Seems to be really nice guys there that I'm dealing with. I really recommend if you're in a situation where I am, where time's going to be a crunch, money's not just falling at your feet like a river of water, parttimepilot.com seems to be the way to go. I kind of like them. I've looked at a couple other ones. I've had some conversations with the gentleman that started this program. He was actually kind enough to allow me to start down this path in exchange for talking a couple times on my videos about him. So I'm not going to be hiding that particular fact, he is helping me out and I'm helping him out. But again, I chose him. I chose to reach out to him because of his program. I like the way it is. The fact that he offered what he did, as far as I'm concerned, just shows that he's behind his program. He is so confident in his program that he said, yes, put it on your YouTube channel, talk about us. I'm sure you're going to have a great experience. And in doing so, he gave me access to his website so I can get in there and start learning some of the stuff and get moving on this. So I was anticipating being improved. Thank gosh that came in. That makes things a whole lot easier than trying to go around this with some other type of, I shouldn't say go around, but I would have to change my flight plans. What I have to do, I have to go into a sport pilot or something like that. This allows me to fly the planes that I want to fly. So here we go. It's going to be a fun, exciting time. We're going to start my ground training. We're going to keep up on my medical. I got to pay a little more attention now. For a little while there, I was starting to get discouraged. Starting to forget about my diet a little bit and say, no, it's not going to happen. I might as well just go back to doing the things I was doing before, and I started to slip a little bit. So this is encouragement. This keeps me running. This keeps me happy. FAA did not squash my plans. They're helping me with a path to get to my goals. And I really appreciate that from them. So I don't personally know anybody from the FAA. Everything I've done right now has been through the mail and all that. But if you guys, anybody who was involved with this, just I appreciate it. In the long run, you're pushing me down a path where I can know the right things to do and the right things to look for. You're motivating me. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to be a smaller guy than what I am now. I have to be if I'm going to get up in an airplane. I'm going to start my ground training, start learning some of the stuff that is new to me. It's a new world. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm ready to go. Hope you guys found this entertaining and exciting. I hope you're as excited as I am about this. See what's going on here. We got a couple more things to look forward in my next videos. We're going to talk about my diet. I'm going to have a little video here talking about my diet. I found some parts for my airplane. We're planning on hopping in a vehicle and doing about a 1,400 mile round trip. Go down there and pick up some parts for my airplane that are missing from the one that I got. I could manufacture them. I could take the time to sit down and bend them all out of tin and aluminum and all that, but I was luckily part of a Facebook page that has to do with the particular aircraft that I picked up, and I found somebody who had parts from one that never got finished, and luckily they're the parts I needed. So been talking with him. Looks to me like here very soon we're gonna go out there, and we'll make a whole video out of going out there and getting these wings and coming back. Get to go right down part of Route 66, which I've been wanting to do most of my life. So everybody know that ambitions lead to different things. I'm doing things right now I never thought in my life I'd have been doing, but here I am at 53 years old, starting to build my airplane, starting to clean my life up a little bit in terms of my schedule so that I can have some time to dedicate to this. And I find myself cracking these books open and trying to read through things, even though I have no direction of where I'm reading, but it is interesting to me. So looking forward to starting my training with parttimepilot.com. If I'm able to, I'm going to throw something either in the comments down the bottom or hopefully in the description. I can put a link to his page over there, and you guys can read for yourself and see what you think. But man, I tell you what, he was the guy I was really hoping would respond and help me out with this project. And he's looking forward to some good things with him. So you guys, be careful, be safe. Be looking for you on the next one. And we'll see where we go from here. Thank you. Can't say enough how much it means you guys spend some time to watch these videos with me and enjoy these things in my life. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down there. Doesn't cost you a dime. It helps me out a whole bunch, helps me going where we're going. Get some more exciting things on these videos, more projects I can move out and go to. I think the wing project's going to be a neat one, or the parts project, I should say. I think it'll be an interesting travel in there. I seem to have some pretty good videos on the Purdue Aviation Day. A lot of people seem to like that. I really want to do some more of that stuff. So again, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on some of the stuff that you like. Throw some comments down in there. It all helps this channel, helps me move forward, help me do some things that we're not able to do right now. And hang tight. Watch me. The sky's the limit now. They told me I got a airman certificate. So now all I got to do is earn the knowledge part. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.